Hey coach, what's going on? It is Coach Beast here with another video. Have a really good one for you today. I'm going to talk about not being a hero coach. And this is a big one because most of you guys are hero coaches. I used to be a hero coach, and I'm going to clearly define what that is and how to avoid being that guy that does everything and gets nothing in return but heartache, pain, stress, and frustration. So we're going to talk about it. And before we get into that video, like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. You'll be doing me a big solid. And I also want to invite you to join my Beast Out You Coaches Brotherhood. The Coaches Brotherhood is all about putting elite men and coaches together to where we can build a profitable youth football program and you can become the standard in your league. And so really excited about that program. So if you're serious about learning how to generate 30,000 plus for your youth football program so you don't have to spend your own money and get all the resources to be able to do that and all the resources to be able to win more games and score more points, I definitely encourage you to join the Brotherhood today. All right, so let's get into this video. So I kind of already defined what a hero coach is, but I think it's really important for me to kind of lay the foundation about what it is. So, you know, when I started coaching football back in the day, 15 years ago, I coached in the neighborhood I grew up in. And then I ended up moving from my home neighborhood to a new neighborhood where I moved to. And then I decided, okay, you know, I got a lot of years under my belt. I see a big need back in my home neighborhood. And I decided to, instead of starting my youth football program where I stay at now, I decided to go back to my home neighborhood to give back and to make a difference. That was a mistake in a lot of ways. It was a big mistake for the simple fact of you got to know when the community wants you or not. You got to know when the community want the help or not, okay? So one of the reasons why I decided to start building a new program in my home neighborhood is because they used to be a football juggernaut program, and I felt like they needed a youth football program to kind of be their feeder program, or what I like to call high school prep program, to prepare the kids. Well, guess what? The mistake that I made was there was a whole new crew of people living in that neighborhood opposed to the ones I grew up with. They didn't have the same level of values that the residents of the neighborhood had before. And as a result, you start dealing with not only the residents of the neighborhood kind of pushing against what you were trying to do, but you begin to have the school administrators and things of that nature. And so, you know, as we begin to build the program, we ran into all type of issues. The biggest issue we ran into was not being able to use the field, the football field of the high school, until our 6th game of the season, which is ridiculous. The season almost over with now. And so when the neighborhood starts to push back on you and give you drama, give you problems, don't embrace what you're trying to do, that's a red flag that you may need to start your youth football team in another area. And, you know, needless to say, you may have kids who want to play football, but if the parents are not on board, if the parents are not bringing their kids, you know, to practices or the games, if your coaches are inconsistent, if you're running into a plethora of issues, that's a major problem. And so you don't want to be that hero coach where you're donating, you're spending thousands upon thousands of dollars of your own money to try to save a neighborhood. Because what's going to happen, and listen, I'm here to tell you, I'm somebody who's done this 4 or 5 times where I spent thousands upon thousands of dollars of my own money. And at the end of the season, you only get half of your equipment back and you don't get a thank you for nothing. You know, you don't even get a thank you. It's just on to the next. And there's not a lot of transformation that happens with your student athletes. That's a problem. That's a major problem. You want to be the coach that takes root in a neighborhood, that embraces you, that they see the need of a high school prep program like yours. Again, I use the term feeder program and high school prep program interchangeably. I believe youth football programs should prepare student athletes for the middle school and high school levels. And I think you should think that way too, because guess what? Once you start to think of your program as a high school prep program, you're going to start getting businesses, schools, families behind you, because they are investing into their child becoming a top-notch student athlete that inevitably prepares them to play on the college level or go to college, period, right? But anyways, don't come into a community thinking that you can just totally change it. You don't want to be that guy, okay? I was that guy. You want to come into that community with the intentions of helping to meet a need, not change the whole community, but to meet a need. And if you come into it with the mindset that, okay, we're going to be a high school prep youth football and cheer program, or if you want to go bigger and just kind of have it multi-sports, I know programs where they have baseball, softball, wrestling, basketball, football, like they have something for the kids throughout the year to where, you know, it's kind of a prep program. If you wanted to do that, you can, but let's just say you just want a football and cheer program and you want this to be a high school prep program. The number one thing you need to look for is the community behind you. Are they excited about you coming? How are parents responding? Even if it's other teams in the neighborhood, how are parents responding? Are they interested? Do they want more information about your program? That's a good sign that there's a need that you can feel. Okay. Number two, if you're reaching out to schools, let's say PE coaches, high school football coaches, middle school coaches, you letting them know what you're doing, and they're like, man, what can we do? What can we do to make it even, you know, to help you guys out? That's a good sign. That means that they are all for what you're trying to do. That's huge for you. And number three, people are putting money into your program. They are investing into your program. You know, like that's powerful. When you start to have people invest in your program, and I'm not talking about $100, $200. I mean, that's cool too, but I'm talking about you got businesses saying, you know what, we're going to put $2,000 towards your program, and we want to sponsor your uniforms. You know, we want to donate equipment to your program. We want to donate water, Gatorade, to your program. That's a sign. That's a sign you're onto something, and you're onto something great. But when you're trying to be the hero and put all your money and resources into the program and nobody else is doing it, and people are really half-hearted in you know, investing in your program, the time, money, and resources needed to be successful, that's a red flag, coach. That's a red flag. So, coach, I hope you got value out of this video. Again, if you did, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to check out the Beast Out You Coaches Brotherhood. It is for coaches who want to build a profitable youth football program and be elite, both in the game of football, but as men. All right? Until next time, be great, have fun, Beast out. Peace.